So I thought I'd give you a quick roundup what's going on. Sunday afternoon. So the front's not welded in place yet, but the new edges have been made here and on the other side as well. So all the new edges are done. They're going to be cleaned up a little bit. Now we can look at welding it on in place and finishing it up. So it's been quite tricky getting everything lined up correctly. And yeah, as you can see, it's just got self-tappers through there just to hold this in place, but you can see the door shuts nice. It's lined up, that's the main thing, and that lining up is quite an important part of it. You can see this one's going to have to be done as well. But again, the gap is nice all the way down. A little bit here, we've got to do a bit of welding on this, and it needs to be brought in a little piece. From what I can see there, we're going to have to take that edge back out. It's a bit tight there on that corner. But I will lead load this like I've done on the other Minis, because it just lasts forever. And yeah, as you can see there, it's a really nice fit. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's a nice fit all the way around. It's going to come in a little bit more. That's underneath, so we'll have to sort that out. But they do tend to move around as you weld them in place anyway. So that's the 1970 Mini ready to start welding. The front, get the front welded on, and then we're in a position to paint it, prime it all, paint it, get it back on the jig, and then hopefully put a colour on it, and also get it onto its subframe so it's movable. So that's that. The next one is the Citroen. Well, this is a work in process for probably years to come. But it's coming along. Just got to try and make up some body shape on it and make these floors up and see how we go. But there's lots to do. Obviously, I've got to put in new pipe here and so on and so forth. It's a lot of work to do, but it's all real basic work to get started. And obviously the big job on this will be the finishing up, lead loading, getting it all done, taking these door pillars off, putting a aluminium screen on it or chrome. So that's another project. This is the new project, the David Brown 80 Select-O-Matic. A lot of work to do on this. As you can see, somebody's welded this to it. It's supposed to be clipped in place and it's all been welded. And of course the front's badly smashed in, so I need it out to be able to knock it out. So what we'll do is take this off, get it sandblasted with the rear wings, and then I'll cut it all up, knock it out, and then see how we go from there. So we've now got a big tractor and a little tractor, and I need to price up the wheels on these, because there's the tyres on these, because they're really poor shape. Yeah, I mean it's been sat for 20 years. It hasn't run for 20 years. And I want the tyres off it anyway, so that we can sandblast the wheels front and back, inside and out, and maybe give them a bit of a smack in. That was a bad piece there. So yeah, I'll take you up and show you the top garage and what we're up to there. So as I say, there's the big tractor and there's the little ride-on. So I'll take you up to the top garage. So Max was over, big Mini specialist, and he's retuned the Mini back up, just on the carburetor, because we had to detune it for the MOT test to bring the emissions down, and it's running like a top now. So I'll just start it up so you can hear how it sounds. It'll be on the choke initially, because it hasn't been run for a couple of days, but it sounds really good. So there you go. Out of the 7 projects I've got, this is the only one that's complete. So I've got the pool table up and working again, not with the mechanical where you put a coin in and it drops it. We've had to take the side out, just let the balls roll down, but it's working again. Okay, the Mini. So Max has got the engine back, it's got the new liners in it, it's bored out to 1310. It's had the top of the block cleaned off, and he's going to hopefully this week start putting it together, because we need to run the engine in, and obviously we want it ready for the Red Bull in September. So I'm going to see if I can book a circuit at in Hungary called Pannonia Ring and try and run it in there. Not the perfect place to do it, but you know, I need to give it, it's not road legal, so I've got to get it on a track somewhere. Unfortunately, Austria and Germany don't have rolling roads, so I can't run it in like that. And running it in without any power going through it, it's not going to loosen the engine up or run it in properly. So hopefully that will be done. The XK150, as you can see, the dash is in. I've got to put the door cards back on and put some of the interior back in it, and then this is ready for the paperwork and its mechanical test. I don't foresee any problems with it. I mean, everything's almost new on it. If it's not new, it's been refurbished or restored, so I don't see it being an issue. But you never know with these things. So I've got to get a guy from the Jaguar Club to come and get the paperwork sorted out so we can put it into the authorities, because we've just deregistered the E-Type, which I sold to Thomas in Denmark. Okay, and last but not least, is the XJ6. So now I know that it's definitely the inlet manifold that was the problem with this. What I'll do is replace some of the other stuff I want to do anyway, and hopefully I can get this back on the road fairly soon and just enjoy it for this year. But there's a lot of things I want to change. Obviously the HT leads, that scabbard. I'm going to re-gasket the carburetors, completely the SUs there, and I'll do a check on and make sure everything's good and give them a really good clean up. Put a new gasket on the float chambers, maybe a few hoses here and there, and then get it back together and yeah, enjoy it for the rest of the summer. So there's no air conditioning in this, so it's going to be pretty, maybe have to use it early in the morning or late at night. So yeah, and generally have a good clean up. The last thing is I've got to now clean this inlet manifold, and as you can see, it is pretty manky. Put the lights on, it's pretty manky to say the least. But as I said there, look, if you look how good that gasket was made up. Might have put enough on it so it was a really good seal, and no water came out whatsoever, so obviously there's no crack in it. But it needs a really good clean up, get all these hoses off, maybe change that switch there, a few other bits and bobs, paint it up, and wait for the gaskets to come. So I'll order everything on Monday from Holland, and hopefully it'll be here by Wednesday or Thursday, and I'll give you an update. But that's about it for now for a Sunday roundup. So like I said, out of the 7 vehicles I've got, which is from the bottom, that would be the 1970 Mini, which is being re-welded, the Citroen 36 Citroen, which I'm making into a Roadster, the tractor, which is going to be restored. The engine's got to be replaced and rebuilt in here, and there's some small jobs to do on the XK150, and obviously the rest on this XJ6. So really, out of 7 car projects, just the Mini Cooper there at the back is the only one that's running and fine, perfect. So a lot to do this year. So as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and I'll catch you in the next one with something, hopefully something done. Take care, be good to each other. Bye for now.